one of the examples that you cited in the paper about just sort of the fallacies of focusing on $400,000 is you talked about comparing, a wealthy individual, a wealthy retiree, for example, with a young household and how their circumstances might differ. So that sort of highlights the sort of wackadoo nature of just choosing this arbitrary point. Can you talk about that example just a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So the $400,000 pledge applies to households earning a certain threshold. Well, what's a household? Households vary dramatically. You can have a single earner household, or a single adult household, that has $400,000 of earnings, and if you're and you could be in the middle of the country. That's phenomenal. If you are a $400,000 income household, but you have two adults and three kids, and you're in a high expense city like San Francisco, with high rents and high cost of living. I mean, you're still well above the median. I don't want to suggest at all that I think you're struggling, but that is very different, than the single earner. And I think if you look over the life cycle, it also changes. So if you're making $400,000 as a single retiree, and you no longer have commuting expenses, you've fully paid off your house, that's even more so versus if that you're that family and you have a mortgage. So I think there's a wide variety of circumstances between different groups, and just the fact that it's 400,000 for singles or couples. $400,000 for a couple is like $200,000 for two singles for the most part. So I think it's a very arbitrary pledge, and that is reflected in both the inability to say why 400,000 and the way it is constructed.